What does it mean to truly surprise someone you love? To craft a moment so unforgettable that time itself seems to pause and the world fades into the glow of shared joy. Last night, in the quiet intimacy of a city that never sleeps, Zhao Lusi delivered a gift not of gold, not of grandeur, but of pure, radiant emotion. Chen Zheyuan's birthday, a day usually marked by routine celebrations and perfunctory wishes, was transformed into a spectacle of romance, a night that will linger in memory far longer than any fleeting applause or fleeting fame. The evening began like any other, ordinary, calm, with the hum of life in the background. But beneath that surface, a carefully orchestrated plan was quietly unfolding. Zhao Lusi, whose charm is matched only by her intelligence, had envisioned a celebration that was intimate yet grand, personal yet cinematic, a reflection of the love and admiration she holds for Chen Zheyuan. Every detail was meticulously curated: the soft glow of lanterns that swayed gently with the evening breeze, the subtle scent of fresh flowers mingling with the crisp night air, and a melody that seemed to rise from the heart itself, echoing the rhythms of a story long in the making. As Chen Zheyuan stepped into the space, unaware of what awaited him, the world seemed to contract around him. The ordinary noise of the city became distant, irrelevant. All that existed was Zhao Lusi, radiant in a dress that seemed to shimmer with its own light, and the moment she had created. In that instant, the essence of surprise transformed from a mere act into a profound statement of love. He froze, caught between disbelief and delight, as realization dawned like the first rays of sunrise piercing a dark horizon. This story isn't over. Subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. We follow the moments and emotions of your favorite K-drama stars. Stay with us.
Subscribe.
The evening unfolded like a dream carefully woven into reality. Zhao Lusi presented a series of gifts, each more thoughtful than the last, each carrying a story that spoke to shared memories, laughter, and quiet moments of connection. A simple candle flickered with warmth, a handwritten note spoke of admiration, a bouquet whispered unspoken affection. But beyond the material, it was the sincerity in her eyes, the tenderness of her gestures, that etched itself into the night, making every second resonate with a rare, almost cinematic intensity. Dinner was served beneath a canopy of twinkling lights, their reflection dancing in Chen Zheyuan's eyes as he took in the scene. Conversations flowed effortlessly, punctuated by laughter that felt like music, laughter that could disarm even the most guarded hearts. It was a night not merely of celebration, but of revelation, a revelation of the depth of their bond, of the ways in which love can transform the mundane into the extraordinary. As the evening progressed, a gentle hush fell over the gathering. Zhao Lusi guided Chen Zheyuan to a corner where a surprise performance awaited. The music swelled, not in grandeur, but in intimacy, each note a declaration, each lyric a testament to years of admiration, companionship, and quiet understanding. In that moment, Chen Zheyuan was not just the recipient of a birthday surprise. He was the hero of a story that had been written with care, patience, and unwavering affection. And then, finally, the culmination of the night, a cake adorned with candles, their flames dancing like tiny stars in the night sky. Chen Zheyuan closed his eyes, made a wish, and as he opened them, the world seemed to hold its breath. Zhao Lusi stood by his side, a smile that spoke of secrets kept and promises kept, a presence that made every ordinary second shimmer with extraordinary possibility. It was a night that reminded us all that romance is not found in extravagance alone, but in the depth of intention, in the courage to surprise, in the vulnerability required to reveal one's heart. Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan did not merely celebrate a birthday. They celebrated a story, a connection, a moment suspended in time, a testament to love's quiet but undeniable power. As the night drew to a close and the lanterns slowly dimmed, one truth remained undeniable. Moments like these are rare, fleeting, yet eternal in memory. They remind us that in the simplest gestures, in the most thoughtfully orchestrated surprises, we find the essence of romance itself. And for Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan, last night was not just a birthday celebration. It was a declaration, a cinematic love story unfolding in real time, a night that will echo long after the candles have burned out. Because sometimes the greatest gift is not in what is given, but in how deeply someone shows that they see you, they know you, and they cherish every part of you. As the clock inched past midnight, the city lights outside dimmed into a soft, distant glow, leaving the two of them cocooned in a world that felt suspended between reality and a dream. Zhao Lusi's laughter, light and melodious, echoed through the room, weaving a spell of warmth and familiarity around Chen Zheyuan. It was the kind of sound that can make time itself pause, that can make one forget the world beyond the walls, the expectations, and the ordinary routines of life. Chen Zheyuan, usually composed, found himself disarmed by the meticulous care and the depth of feeling behind every gesture. Every detail, from the gentle flicker of candlelight reflecting in Zhao Lusi's eyes, to the soft strains of music that seemed to anticipate the pulse of his own heartbeat, felt like a language of love written in silence and subtlety. In the ordinary world, surprises fade quickly. Here, though, every moment seemed to stretch infinitely, every glance carrying the weight of unspoken promises and memories yet to be made. The evening transitioned seamlessly into quiet reflection. They wandered together through the softly lit room, past delicate arrangements of flowers, through shadows that danced on the walls like whispers of the past. Zhao Lusi's hand brushed against Chen Zheyuan's, not by accident, but with a tender intentionality that spoke louder than words. It was a touch that said, "I see you. I know you. I am here." And Chen Zheyuan, usually reserved, allowed himself to be fully present, surrendering to the rare magic of being understood so completely. Moments like these are rarely captured in photographs, rarely recorded in any ledger of time. They exist only in memory, in the quiet imprint left on the heart. But even as the night deepened, it seemed to carry a promise of forever. Zhao Lusi led Chen Zheyuan to a window where the city sprawled endlessly below, lights twinkling like constellations scattered across the urban sky. She gestured towards the horizon, and in the soft hush between them, the two shared a silence richer than any conversation. In that silence, love spoke louder than words ever could. And then, a final surprise awaited. From a hidden corner, a string of photographs emerged, snapshots of moments they had shared, some fleeting, some monumental, all tied together by the invisible thread of a connection that had grown slowly, steadily, and irreversibly. Each photograph sparked a memory, each memory a smile, each smile a quiet confirmation that the life they were building together was both extraordinary and deeply, intimately personal. The night was drawing to a close, yet it felt as though time itself had been rewritten, stretched by the gravity of emotion, anchored by the sincerity of intention. Zhao Lusi, with her radiant smile, leaned closer to Chen Zheyuan. There were no words, only a gentle understanding that this was more than a birthday celebration. It was a declaration of a bond unspoken yet undeniable, a testament to the way love can transform the ordinary into something breathtakingly profound. As the first light of dawn threatened the edges of the night, Chen Zheyuan finally spoke. His words were quiet, almost reverent, yet they carried the weight of the entire evening, a simple thank you, imbued with awe, gratitude, and something deeper that transcended language. Zhao Lusi responded with a smile that held a universe of meaning, a subtle acknowledgement that this night, these moments, were theirs alone, immortal in memory, if not in photographs. And so, as the city awakened and the sounds of daily life crept back into the world, Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan remained in their shared cocoon, bound by a night that had defied the ordinary, a night that had whispered the truth that romance is not measured by extravagance, but by the care, thought, and vulnerability poured into the act of loving someone fully. It was a night that would be remembered not for the gifts, the music, or the lights, but for the way hearts spoke to one another in ways too profound for words. A night where love revealed its quiet, enduring power. A night where Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan did not just celebrate a birthday, they celebrated each other, and in doing so, reminded the world that sometimes the simplest gestures, when filled with intention and emotion, can become timeless. Because in the end, love is not about perfection, not about spectacle. It is about moments that take your breath away, that linger in your soul, that remind you that in someone else's eyes, you are truly seen, cherished, and celebrated. And last night, under the soft glow of candlelight and city stars, Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan experienced exactly that, a night destined to echo in the heart long after the final candle was extinguished.